Hey guys, and welcome to my June book haul video. Even though I kind of did buy a lot of books this month, I feel like I was still really good about buying books because the majority of these ones I bought from Book Outlet, so you know they're already like dirt cheap on that website. And so I want to share with you guys what I was able to find and pick up on their website. First, a couple books I wanted to share before I go into those. I got Noir Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman, and this one I have already read, but I didn't own a copy of. One of my coworkers was nice enough to bring me back a copy of this from the Waterstones in London, and I've really been wanting this book for a long time, and I like this edition of it. So yes, I might reread this one eventually, but this is one book, I think I read it like last year, that I gave 5 out of 5 stars, and so I just wanted to own an actual copy of it. I picked up 2 books from Amazon. I kind of want, after participating in Asian Readathon, I want to read more books by Asian authors. So I picked up 2 books from Amazon, and the first one is The Book of Tokyo, a city in short fiction, edited by Michael Emmerich, Jim Hinks, and Masashi Matsui. So this one is a short story collection. I think they'll have something to do with Tokyo. I'm not sure if they all like interconnect somehow or if they're just standalone short stories, but I'll find out when I read this one. The other one I got from Amazon is Mad Honey Symposium. This is by Sally Wen Mao, and this one is a poetry book. This author was born in China, but she grew up in the Bay Area and in Boston, I believe, and this is her debut poetry collection. You guys know, like for me, poetry is very hit and miss. Most of the time I don't really care for it too much, but I wanted to give this one a try. I think I had like good ratings or something, so hopefully I like this poetry collection. Okay, so now on to the books from Book Outlet. The first one I have to show you guys is The Jungle Book by, Rudyard Kipling, and this is the illustrated edition, like the interactive illustrated editions from illustrated by Mina Lima. I have The Beauty and the Beast in this edition. I believe there's like 5 or 6 other classics that they do in these, but they're kind of pricey, which is why I try to look out for them on Book Outlet, because I think they're like $30 retail normally, but on Book Outlet they're super cheap. And I want to collect all of these, and so I am looking forward to reading this one. I haven't read The Jungle Book before, and I think it would be nice to read it and then watch the movie, because I haven't watched the new live action version that's been out. The next book I picked up off of a recommendation from Books and Lala, and that's The Chalk Man by CJ Tudor. This is a book that I had already had on my to be read list for a while, but I just didn't own it. But after hearing how like she enjoyed the book, I wanted to read it because I do love reading like mysteries and thrillers, and this one just sounds like one that I would like. Another book I picked up that I've already read, I just wanted to own a copy of it, was Severance by Ling Ma. This one I read last year. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars, but this one is kind of just, I think like the post-apocalyptic or apocalyptic type of genre, and I really enjoyed this one, so I wanted to own it. The author, Sally Rooney, is one who is getting a lot of attention and buzz, I feel like, on like Instagram and social media and stuff for her books that have been coming out, and so I found one of hers, Conversations with Friends, on Book Outlet. I know her other one that came out recently, I think it's called like Normal People or something, so I wanted to read this one and then see, based on if I like it or not, maybe I'll pick up her other book that just came out too. I believe these, the books, the kind of books that she makes are contemporary books, which I do read from time to time, so hopefully I get on with this one. One book that I've been wanting to get for a while is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. I really love the design of this book. Like, I like the reflective cover on it, and there's also different illustrations throughout, and this is like a short story collection, I believe, and they tie in with her other books from the Grishaverse, and these kind of just explore some of the like stories that I think are backstories, stuff I think are mentioned in her other books, and so these are just like them fully like fleshed out into stories. I believe there's 6 different stories in this collection that she's made, so yes, I want to read this one. I think it's just a standalone, like you don't need to have read the other books in this series to understand what's going on in here, but I'll find out after I read it. I picked up 2 books from John Wyndham. We have The Seeds of Time and The Chrysalids, which I have always loved the covers of these when I've seen them around. I own one other book from him, The Midwich, what's it called? The Midwich Cuckoos is the book that I owned. Which, I mean, I feel like I should have read that one probably before I went and picked up 2 other books, because I could read that book and hate it, and then I'm stuck with all these books from this author that I don't like, but I have a feeling that I will like them, hopefully. So I picked up another book from NYRB Publishing. This one is Little Reunions by Eileen Chang, and this is a book in translation, which I feel like I really enjoy reading books in translation when I do get around to reading them, and I definitely want to include more books in translation into what I'm reading regularly. This book, as it says on the back, opens with a dark romance, opens with Julie living at a convent school in Hong Kong on the eve of the Japanese invasion. So this one takes place in Hong Kong, and I do want to, like I mentioned before, read more Asian literature, and I think this one is supposed to be a classic, so I'm excited to get to this one. The next book I got is a huge hunk of a book. When I seen it, I don't know, I was thinking it was going to be this big, I guess, but this is the complete works of Oscar Wilde. I bought one other book from him, I don't even know why, but I just love these editions, so I also got the Picture of Dorian Gray. This one is in the vintage like little classics edition. I also have the same one for Sherlock Holmes, but then I have this one that has all of the stuff that he's ever written, and I can't remember if I read anything other than The Picture of Dorian Gray, but I really did enjoy that book, so I want to read some more stuff by him, and now I own everything he's ever written, so that shouldn't be too hard to do. This is something that I wouldn't read from cover to cover. I feel like I would just pick out different like stories and books and stuff that are in here, because this book is like 1,000 pages and the font is like crazy tiny and smushed, so yeah, this is not something I would just read from cover to cover at all. I was able to find a Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce. This is a book that I have heard a lot about before. That is like one of those just like classic books that's always mentioned, that people are like, these are like part of the books that you should read as part of the like, I forget the word for it, but you guys probably understand what I'm talking about. So like required reading, like a lot of people say this is like required reading, and some people read this I think in college maybe or school. So apparently this is like his fictional autobiography. I don't really know too much about this book, but it's just a one that I've seen around, heard talked about so much that I wanted to see what it's about for myself. Lastly, I was able to find one Harper Perennial Olive edition, and this one is How to Be Black by Baratunde Thurston. I really love these editions. If you can see back here, I have this little stack that's now full, so I don't know where I'm going to put this one. It doesn't fit there. I'm going to have to put it maybe like next to it, but yeah. As always, I'm running out of space on my shelves. I don't really know what the whole plot of this book is, but the quote on the back says, "Just in case you were wondering, no Black people were harmed in the making of this book." So I think the author, Baratunde Thurston, is a comedian. I could be wrong, but I feel like this book will be a little bit more like lighthearted and a little bit like comedic maybe. So thanks for watching another one of my beautiful book hauls. I think that this is all the books that I bought or got, I think, in the month of June. I think I might have missed a couple books I bought from Book Outlet, but now they're like on my shelves mixed in with everything else, and so I don't really want to figure out which they were. Look out definitely if you enjoy this series, subscribe to my channel, because I have one, maybe 2 book hauls that I'm going to be doing next month that I am really excited for, and I'm really excited to share with you guys. So yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!